So basically, this is our first podcast. I'm here, SwagWave, and I have Orbital Bacon with me.
What's up, guys?
Core Studios here, and we decided to. We were talking a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, about like having this podcast just to kind of just talk about all our ongoing projects and just basically just talk about any nerdy topics, what we're doing. And maybe just go further in depth into what we're involved with these couple of days. So actually, Orbital Bacon had this idea, so I thought it was awesome, and we should just totally do it. Just to experiment, have fun, see how it goes.
Yeah. Discuss our videos, talk about our stop motion universes.
And I know our most recent video has been Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange, we kind of wanted to talk about Doctor Strange and how he fits in to our stop motion universe and what's kind of going on with the storyline, especially for anyone who might be new to the channel and is kind of wondering what's going on, or maybe you got lost at some point. We just wanted to do this, just kind of explain the background and what's going on, so you fill you guys in on the history, story, maybe the behind the scenes of how this went to be.
It's SwagWave explained.
So Doctor Strange. Basically, Doctor Strange in our universe is kind of a mix between the movie version and the comic book version. I like the inspiration mainly came from the comics, because in the comics he's already Sorcerer Supreme. He knows all these spells and everything. He kind of same thing in the movie. He kind of like protects. He travels through different dimensions and protects the multiverse, as it were. And actually, real quick, I wanted to give a shout-out to Golden Hand Customs, because he's actually the man who engineered that fine piece of art.
That custom Doctor Strange figure?
Yeah, a lot of people have been, a lot of comments actually were like, where'd you get that figure from? And it's a custom. You can go check him out on Instagram, Golden Hand Customs.
Yeah, he did an awesome job on that thing. Like, because I got the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange, and it just, whenever I was editing the video and looking at that figure, and I had the Hasbro one on my desk, I was just like, oh, he doesn't look as good. Yeah,
man, what is this? No, what definitely like that the Hasbro version, when you compare it side by side, is just like, what is this?
So, what was the base figure for that? Was that the Marvel Select?
So, I don't know if you noticed in the video when you're editing, but basically, no, that's not Marvel Select. That's the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange. But
what? How did he have like better hair and mustache and everything?
All right. Basically, what Golden Hand did was his inspiration to make that figure was the Hot Toys Doctor Strange.
Right.
So in the Hot Toys Doctor Strange, he's fully detailed, paint everything, realistic face sculpt.
Oh yeah, those things are like photorealistic.
It's like literally cloth, like he's wearing actual clothes, like a miniature scale. So what he did was first of all, he sculpted the head. That's all sculpt, like he did that.
Really, that's a hand sculpted head.
It's not the same head. Well, I think it might be the base, might be that Hasbro head, but he re-sculpted on top of that.
Like added the hair, and everything. Because like if you look at the base head, he's got like a shaved, like the hair on the side of his head is like shaved, the way it looks sculpted on the figure. And the one that Golden Hand Customs did, it's like he looked like he had more of like a full head of hair,
Yes. He added all that extra sculpting, and then him painting it just made it pop.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, because it looked like Benedict Cumberbatch. Like it was very impressive.
I could take a couple of pictures of the figure, and maybe we could put it up on the video.
Yeah, definitely.
The base is also the original Hasbro one, but the key difference is that he actually used cloth. Like he knitted like the cloth vest that he wears and put it on top of his plastic robe.
Right.
So his robe, like his chest area, that's all cloth, like real cloth.
And that belt, it looked like he even had like a belt on, like he had sewn a little belt together.
He did. Like it's like cloth on parts of this belt.
That's crazy.
And like how you saw in the stop motion, the cape, that's totally customized.
Oh yeah, definitely. That thing was awesome. It was like moving around and everything.
It has a bendable wire in it, so it's fully posable. That's how we got all those cool shots with like the cape like flying around.
That's some awesome work, man. That's really impressive.
So definitely go check out Golden Hand. That's where I get a lot of my customs from nowadays.
Awesome.
All of our Marvel stop motions have been part of the same storyline that we're building, this stop motion Marvel universe.
Yeah, just like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we've basically been building the Marvel stop motion universe, and we're going to begin building, things like the DC stop motion universe and Ninja Turtle stop motion universe, everything that'll exist on the channel.
No, so Doctor Strange is like he's the next chapter in our universe, and basically this podcast is going to be about how he fits in. So if you guys have seen the movie probably already, Doctor Strange, he has the ability to travel through different dimensions, go through the multiverse. And he's a key player in this because we've kind of already alluded to the multiverse in our videos.
Yeah, with Spider-Verse and Marvel Zombies.
So if you guys didn't know, Marvel Zombies actually is canon to our stop-motion cinematic universe, but it happens in an alternate universe, much like the comics. Something that hasn't really been explained, like, literally in our past videos. It's just been alluded to, or maybe we just did a couple of multiverse videos, but we never explained, hey guys, this is the multiverse. This is separate from what's going on in the main universe, with the whole Civil War stuff going on there.
Yeah, so that now we have a character that can bridge the different universes once they start crossing over, if they do. Hint, hint.
So, I mean, the multiverse, something that I wanted to talk about and shout out was the awesome dark dimension that we were able to create. The dark dimension is basically like the negative zone, like the dark, like just the evil negative energy of the universe, all in the dark dimension, and it's all ruled by Dormammu.
Yeah, I was obviously drawn some inspiration from the film, and then I also went and looked at some comic book pages of just how they represented the dark dimension in the comics, and it was a lot of like geometric shapes and some random lines and stuff like that amongst like some of the more abstract shapes and forms that were like floating around, which was more like how the movie had a bunch of like abstract stuff with like the bright colors, and I was pretty happy with how it came out.
No, my favorite scene is totally the beginning where like his astral form is like flying through, so colorful, just flashing in your face. I was just like, this is so sick. Like, I wish I could see this. It looks so awesome if it were in 3D. Like, that's how good it was.
Yeah, that the opening title is probably like my favorite bit, where it goes from the title to him walking through the portal into the dark dimension. That's probably like my favorite bit right there.
No, I was so satisfied with our end result.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I feel like it'll only get better as we progress, and when we come to like bigger projects like Infinity War, we'll be traveling through dimensions in space and stuff. So that's very exciting. And dude, weren't you talking about like doing a behind the scenes on how you even made how you constructed the dark dimension?
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe putting together a video if people are interested, just to kind of show like, hey, here's kind of the process of what I did. A lot of color editing and tweaking of things, because really you can just take stuff, like existing pictures of space and stuff like that, and really make them look weird. So yeah, I might have to look into that, because it was pretty cool.
People love behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, definitely,
and
definitely.
I feel like this, if any of our projects deserve the behind the scene, it's this Doctor Strange one, because a lot of work went into to editing and the backgrounds and everything to make it come alive.
This was definitely our most effects heavy video to date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we really took our time with it. Mm-hmm. And thank you guys for being patient. I know some people are like, oh, where's the videos? Well, we've been trying to take our time and put out more quality rather than quantity.
Right. Yeah, I definitely like the improvements that we've been able to make. Your animation's getting a lot better, and I'm doing my best for the effects and everything. I want to give a shout out to the voice cast. Dude, the guy, Stuart, who did Stephen Strange, was like perfect.
Every time he chanted a spell, I was just like, yes, that's the Sorcerer Supreme right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The chanting spells was like, you could just listen to that over and over. It was great.
No, yeah, not just him. Everyone else, too. R.D. Blade.
Yeah, as Voodoo. Yeah, everyone did great. And I also like the little animation touches that you put in there. Things that ended up matching up with the effects that I don't even know if were intended. Like one of my favorite moments is at the end when Doctor Strange is walking through the portal back, into the Sanctum Sanctorum. Mm-hmm. And you see the sparks kind of dissipating off to the side. and magic is like covering her face as if they were like kind of hitting her face. And as the portal dissipates, she puts her hand down. I don't know if you intended that or not, but it like matched up so perfectly with the animation where I had placed like the portal effects. It was just like, oh man, it looks like the sparks are kind of like she's shielding her face, you know, because the portal is like spraying those sparks everywhere. You know, they were like bouncing off the ground and everything. Yeah, so I love little animation details like that. It just like make the characters feel more alive.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's definitely worth the extra time it takes, you know, for the videos to come out, I think.
Yeah, it's something I've been trying to do, especially when there's like more characters in a shot. It always brings it more alive. Where when the other characters in the background, even though they're not doing anything or not talking, they at least have some movement, you know. Because I mean, when we're in a conversation and we have a whole room full of people, not everyone's going to be standing still. You know, people are going to be like scratching their head or tilting their head, you know. So just adding those little details kind of, it takes more time, but it gives a better result.
Yes, definitely. It makes everything feel more alive, more real.
So then the next topic we're going to talk about is our cinematic universe and where it stands and how Doctor Strange actually fits into the whole bigger.
Yeah, because right now, if you take a look at our videos and everything, or if you're all caught up with them, you know that the Civil War was going on. The X-Men have been dealing with some Sentinels and stuff like that. So yeah, what is Doctor Strange? Where does this fit in the timeline with all these events?
So basically, much like in the comics, Doctor Strange was very neutral on the whole subject of like picking a side and being like involved with the rest of the superhero community.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes along in the comics because the new Avengers, aka like all the heroes that supported Captain America and are now on the run. So basically, if you've been following the comics, in the comics, the new Avengers is the team of superheroes that were on Captain America's side of the Civil War. And they didn't end up joining his Secret Avengers. That was something separate. They were just on the run, and that mainly composed of like Wolverine, The Thing, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Daredevil. They're still on the run because obviously the Registration Act is still in place. So in the comics, what happens is they actually go to Doctor Strange for sanctuary. Like, can you keep us safe? Can we lay low here for a couple of days? You know. So that's how it perfectly matched up in our stop motion universe, and we'll reconnect with that in the Captain America like solo video. In the comics, the main villain that fights the new Avengers is created by Dormammu. So at the end of the Doctor Strange, you notice that he doesn't defeat and kill Dormammu. Like he just like locks him away.
Yeah, he just traps him. Yeah,
Dormammu is still alive and he's still kicking. You know, and he's such a powerful entity. You can't keep his like magic or power locked forever. So he's gonna find a way to. He's gonna devise a plan to try to.
And I'm sure he has other minions.
Yeah, that will do his bidding for him. So.
Yeah, Dormammu, that might be out looking for him.
Dormammu is a part. It's going to be a part of the problem in New Avengers, and like, yeah, he's going to basically want revenge. But that's all I'm willing to say right now for that one. It's top secret. So another part where Doctor Strange fits in is for the Infinity War, because he does have an Infinity Gem. He has if you guys didn't notice. Dormammu actually alluded to him having the possession of the Time Stone inside the Eye of Agamotto before Dormammu was locked up.
That's right. And I think Doctor Strange kind of taps into that power, much like he did in the movie. He kind of taps into that power at the end where he locks Dormammu in that pocket dimension. What actually is that dimension that we locked Dormammu up in?
We didn't actually say it specifically, but if you guys notice, it is the mirror dimension, much like in the movie. So yeah, we drew inspiration from comics and the movie. Much like in the movie, how they were fighting in the city, but they were in the mirror dimension, so it was very like crystally and mirrory, and it wasn't the real city that they were fighting in. They were fighting in this other dimension that looked like the city.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was another effect that was really fun to do, was putting the wobbly mirror stuff in the background.
Mm-hmm. Which came out really cool. So for all you guys who saw the Doctor Strange movie, you guys probably might have spotted it and like, oh, that's the mirror dimension.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's a cool little Easter egg, a little alluding to the movie, just saying, you know.
But that also means that it's not, completely unescapable. Somebody might be able to come in, another minion perhaps of Dormammu might be able to find him in there.
Oh, definitely, and then open it back up. So this is not the end, the last we hear of Dormammu. But another important reason why Doctor Strange fits into the universe is because he has an Infinity Gem. He's in possession of the Time Stone. And if for you guys who've been keeping track, or if you're new and you haven't been keeping track and you don't know about it, the Infinity Gems have actually popped up in a couple of our videos already.
Yes, they have. That would be a good thing to go over. Where are the locations of the Infinity Gems in our Marvel stop-motion universe? Or at least the ones that have been revealed so far.
So I know in Fantastic Four, the video before Civil War, versus the Doctor Doom.
Yeah, Doctor Doom has one, right?
Yeah, he was traveling through the negative zone. The Fantastic Four didn't know why, but they were behind his tail. At the end of the Fantastic Four, you can see that Doctor Doom has an Infinity Stone in his hand. So
is it revealed which one he has? Or is it just...
I don't remember how he did it, but we can reveal it right now. Doctor Doom does have the reality.
Okay, so that is the reality gem.
Remember when we had that end credit scene with Red Skull?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, he had the Tesseract, which is basically one of the gems.
So Red Skull has the Tesseract, which is, I believe, the space gem?
That's right.
And in one of our older videos, like during the Age of Ultron era, I know,
and that's Thor, going way back.
Yeah, Thor was back on in Asgard handling the family feud and fighting Loki and his dad. And Loki was actually controlling Odin with that staff.
That's right. He had the scepter, Loki's scepter,
and the scepter contains the mind gem.
Okay. So what happens, because I know at the end of that Thor video, I believe Thor does he find Loki, or does he just hit Odin so hard that it breaks Loki's control?
Loki was there. He actually was stopped. At the end of the fight, I remember Loki coming out and he was like laughing maniacally, and he's like, "Yeah, I got you now."
That's right. That's right. But, where does the scepter end up? I can't remember where the scepter ends up at the end of that video.
We never showed, but it's in Asgard, locked away.
Okay.
It's on Asgard, locked away.
So the Mind Stone is in Asgard.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom has the reality one.
Yes.
Red Skull has space.
And right now, the one we just showed off, Doctor Strange has the time.
Has time. So really, the villains, it's about half and half. Asgard and Strange, and then a couple villains. So we've revealed 4 of the 6 gems so far.
Yes.
Or stones, or whatever you want to call them.
Yes. And as you know, a lot of people have been like, "Oh, dude, you must do Infinity War."
Well, we will.
We will do Infinity War. And we're just slowly, since it's basically like the biggest Marvel climatic story we can possibly end up with. We're gonna build toward it. Like,
it will be a huge summer blockbuster like you've never seen before.
It'll be huge. It'll be huge.
It'll be huge.
Oh,
it's gonna be huge.
So just have patience. It'll be out. It will be out.
Yeah. Coming soon.
So Doctor Doom reality, Red Skull space, at the Mind Gems on Asgard. Doctor Strange has the Time Gem.
Very cool.
So I mean, it was just as soon as I put all the pieces together, I was just like, "Yep, Doctor Strange fits perfectly." Right here, he fits in with what's going on with Civil War stuff, and he's perfect lead on into the future as we head towards Infinity War. So Doctor Strange was a must to have in this part of our stop motion universe. Because I feel like he brings so much to the table, and he kind of rounds off and closes and like ties up loose ends. So I mean, yeah, basically right now is the closing, guys, and yeah, this was our first podcast, and let us know what you think. Give it a like, share it with your friends. If you guys liked the podcast and you think we should do more, just comment down below. Maybe you guys give some suggestions on other themes we could talk about or what you guys want to hear about.
Yeah, submit some questions for the next one, and if we we're entertaining in any way, we'll keep doing this for you guys and keep discussing the channel updates and stuff like that. You know, I know people have been asking about Legacy and Star Wars and the next Turtles and X-Men and stuff like that. That stuff is still definitely coming. It's still on the way.
Yeah, guys, don't worry.
We've added a lot more variety, or at least we're trying to. And with the added variety, you know, it kind of spreads out the other videos. You know, so they are coming, though.
Yeah, don't worry. I know all of my fans that go way back, they know me just doing Marvel and Transformer stuff. But yeah, we've evolved so much, and we have so many new things we want to tackle on, like DC stuff. We're doing Star Wars, Ninja Turtles, and all this stuff. So it's definitely coming. Just be patient with us.
Yes, and we appreciate your patience, and thanks for supporting the channel and everything, because you guys are awesome. So yeah, in closing, submit any questions you guys might want to hear answered or tackled in the next one.
Or any other themes you want to talk about. Want to talk about our Ninja Turtle stuff, what's going on with our Dragon Ball Z stuff.
Yeah, if you want to hear us discuss another stop-motion universe that we have going on, the Dragon Ball Z one is definitely taken off. If you guys have seen, we've done some crossovers with Anime Live Reactions, you know, got some ideas from some discussions he had to do the Beerus versus Goku Black video. And even before, how a while ago we did the Goku versus Cell and Frieza and Broly, and now they're bringing them back in the show. So,
damn, man. We said we called it first. We called it first. Remember, SwagWave had it first.
That's right. You heard it here first, folks.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for listening to our podcast. Hope you guys found it enjoyable, entertaining, or whatnot. And just if you liked it, please show us some love on the comments and the likes. And if you guys love it, we'll definitely do another one.
Definitely. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Signing off.